Welcome home. Thank you.
Talk. Where are your friends? Where are the others?
Thanks for that, boss. Thanks for that, boss. Thank you, boss.
Please land on zone
Roger.
confirmed.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Wat is er? Nee. Daar beheert klaar. Na klopt.
Okay, subject is in.
Talk.
The
Where are your
map has been updated.
Where are the others?
Speak.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Spit it out.
Where are your
The
friends?
map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. destination.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been
That antenna is
updated.
one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The map has been
That's another
updated.
one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Analysis complete.
That looks like the target.
Station info
We know where
has
all
been
the antennas are now. Take out all three of them. How you do it is your call. Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you. Thinking of using C4? It's an explosive that you detonate by remote control after you've planted it. Alright, now get to a safe distance before you set it off. To detonate it, hold the ready button and then press the action button.
Scusa!
Миллионеры из нефтяных стран. Смотри, теперь
Analysis
появился Марк.
complete.
Деньги, начиная с Пакистана и IP Саудовской Аравии. Знаешь, на Западе есть теория, что нефть получилась из остатков примерных животных. Бывших трупов животных? Да. Что скоро она все закончится. Говорят, что эти...
КП-53, есть признак вражеской активности.
completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Ah, autour,
Outpost captured. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
КП, это свой один. Оборудование повреждено. Похоже, дело рук врага. Прием! Это КП, понял. Немедленно проверить и сдать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. КП, это свой один. Heading altitude. Никто не обнаружен. Прием!
Departing area of operations. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid. Boss, we received a back-channel request from Langley.
Updated.
We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. 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 Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Wak Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Wak Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. He's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
Extraction arrived
That's
at
the
the
Wak Sin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Analysis complete.
Не делай этого!
Talk.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Я не хочу умирать!
Speak.
Where are your
The
friends?
map has been updated.
Я не хочу умирать!
Analysis complete. Sun will rise momentarily.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be... Be careful.
Вас понял.
Analysis complete.
Это Дмитрий 9. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием!
Analysis complete.
Это КП. Понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
КП, это Зоя-1. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней...
You have arrived at your destination.
You've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors.
Analysis
If you get
complete.
surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Analysis complete.
That looks like the target.
Протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно. Я специалист по бионике. Я создаю биомеханические...
Now that's some lateral thinking.
Completed.
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. with their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Please select a landing zone. The support helicopter requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
As any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
party!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dikelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dikelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There, we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed.
But countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex. Yeah, the doctor mentioned that. Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that? I think so. When? Right after I wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that. I will.
Deploying.
U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen, but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Dasmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. We have to get to it before they do, and bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently, one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Not this being updated. Guard post captured. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis
Is that prisoner the Hamid survivor? If he is, he has to know something about the honeybee. That prisoner knows where the honeybee is hidden. The Soviets must be making him take them to it. So your suppressor is worn out. Shoot, be careful.
У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
Outpost captured.
A survivor. One of the Hamid. Is he mute? He knows about it. This is our chance. location of the target. It's on your iDroid.
Analysis
Head on
complete.
over there and retrieve it.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete.
Скажи, как прошла там вылазка на душманов?
Информация была правильная. Они осели в заброшенном кишлаке в Аверпранг. Мы выдвинулись и взяли их всех.
Guard post captured. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Please hold supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Analysis complete.
Эй, ты слыхал об охотнике за головами?
Да. Говорят, Алёша. Нам нужны шлемы. Защищались от психопата.
И не говори. Вот мы тут болтаем, он может прямо сейчас
Analysis
нам голову
complete.
взять.
И перестань. Ладно, мне пора. Увидимся позже.
Ага. Посмотри! Давай проверим.
Что?
За мной.
Ау, в порядке?
Guard post captured. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Plant expansion. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete.
That's Smarsay Fort, to Smarsay Lamont. Now to find Honeybee.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Sure! Speak.
Where are your
The
friends?
map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Get down.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Talk.
Where are
The
they?
map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Не делай этого!
Spit it out.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
КП, это Зоя-1. Одного из наших вырубили. Прием! Это КП, понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
Who would have thought they'd hide it there?
You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back.
Extraction.
Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge. What's he doing to that soldier? Damn it, they're everywhere.
Those skulls are too fast. If you had a holy weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do.
skulls. Boss, you really are a living legend. Now call the chopper to get out of there.
Analysis.
Bring the honeybee back to base.
Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad.
You destroyed their anti-air radar?
We'll stand
It wasn't
by.
one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
All right, get in. Time to go.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at mid-base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets, too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
And what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly. Boss, I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation. Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of an enemy force beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, that brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit. The dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... Hey, no! Stay! Stay! Didi! Go! No, maybe not yet. But soon. Soon.
Job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base.
Welcome.
We need more medicinal plants, boss.